lot, but one that definitely comes to mind for me personally would be the NSAS. It did a number on me, to be very honest, and it took almost a year to get myself back from all the accumulated experiences. There were a lot of things that happened to me afterwards that kind of just piled on top of that. There was the palliative drive where people were going to help those and then there was I was robbed, and then so a lot of things just happened to me in the span of 2 weeks that I never really got to process. I wasn't productive. I couldn't get myself to work. I couldn't get myself to read. I couldn't get myself to leave my room at a certain point. One day, my sister called me from school, we're both in school together, and she asked me for something, and I don't particularly remember what. And normally, this is something that I do for her almost every other week, but this time I just said, I can't help you right now. So I caught the call, and then I tried to call some of my friends, but they went around, and I was all by myself. And I just know 1 minute I was on the phone trying to make a call, and then next minute I was on the floor, my chest was paining me, I couldn't breathe, I was shaking, I think that's when the panic attacks actually started, and I was something is really bothering me. So I knew I needed to see somebody, because it's not as if the people I wanted to talk to were not going through worse things. I just knew that they were not going to help, that's not the help I needed. So I think there were talks around that time about Nguvu Health, this app that helps you get to speak to therapists at very, very affordable rates. So I walked through the process. Then I think you could take some assessments for you to find out. Then you get to even select the therapist that you needed, right? And then you book a time slot, and then you chat with that person, or you could also opt for a video call if you wanted as well. And they were all trained and licensed in their fields. So that's kind of where I'd say my journey to self began. I didn't want to tell anyone. I was so not interested in that. But after a while, it became obvious that I was something was different with me. So those that I really trust, I just told them that I'm seeing a therapist, so I don't want to lose my mind before I'm 30. I'm trying to keep it together till then. It was a joke. I would just often joke about it that it's time for me to go and see my therapist. So this thing that's disturbing me too much. And in the beginning, it kind of felt weird, but then it really got to a point where some of my friends were that it looks like they would need some help too, and I also helped them get the help that they needed. I stayed in my safe spaces. I wasn't out and about much. I stayed with people that knew that this was not a time of my life where I was trying to be all everywhere. I needed to walk through this. I wish I had understood that there's nothing wrong with it. Because when I was ignorant, I was just following social constructs. You need to realize that at the end of the day, we're just flesh and blood. You're not above or below anything. So I think people need to understand that just because something is not in your ballpark does not mean it's not an issue, right? So you don't get to write the book on what doesn't and what does classify as mental health. So to anyone out there that feels like they're going through all of it, or they're going through the emotions right now, you're not alone, right? And there are people out here who are trained to help you get the professional help that you need.